Do you still keep the title Reverend?
Yeah.
Forever?
Yeah. And I don't really use it, although Antoinette uses it, which is very sweet.
I mean, I use it. I call you Revo.
Oh, Reverend, lots of people call me Reverend, which is nice. I like that. But I think sometimes it sort of sets you apart from people in a way that's not always helpful.
When my daughter was born, she was premature. And the only thing that we would sing, because the way to connect with premature kids, because they're in an incubator, is you can only touch their hand or your voice, and they find comfort in your voice. And the only thing that we could do was sing church songs. And for 2 months, every single day, we would sing church music.
You reminded me just that I remember going once to baptise a little boy, a premature boy. He was born very premature. He was only just alive. Oh.
I want to give you a hug. Give you a cuddle.
I just remember he was just a tiny little pulse of life. And David got a pipette of water and we blessed it. We baptised him and he survived. And now he's a healthy young footballer, which is great. But I just felt it was such a precious thing.
Yeah. They are. They are. My daughter was also really, really tiny when she was born. She's been through it's hell. It's hell to be in the hospital, to hear those sounds, to not see your baby's eyes for a week. It's hell to constantly look for advice from the doctors and being like, oh, how was it? And you know, for me, what the worst thing was? Is that every night you need to leave them.
Yeah.
You need to leave you need to leave your baby in someone else's hands.
Because your job is to give everything you've got to that baby. Yeah.
And I can't wait for you to meet her, honestly. Maybe you can say a prayer over her. I would really love that. I've
already said a prayer for her, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Of course I have. Good job. I've always known Oti to be a remarkable, strong woman, actually. But of course, you don't get to be like that without experiencing life, and that is full of ups and downs, and she's had her downs as well as her ups. I had a lovely, lovely talk with Oti. I adore her. And for you and for Mary.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't want to cry today, Revo. I just wanted to go swim in the creek.
Maybe we're getting in touch with our stuff.
When you're in here, you have time to reflect. You have time to relive every single moment, no matter how traumatic it was. And talking about it with Richard made me very, very emotional, but it also made me very grateful because I'm so, so lucky. I was saying, sometimes I just want a hug from my husband. And I know everyone's here and everybody's always there for you, but it's that person.
And when that goes, you have to go into yourself and see what your resources are. And sometimes they're not what you thought, right?
Yeah.
But that's good.
How long ago did David pass?
2019, so it's 5 years at Christmas. I love Oti. Well, we know each other from we did Strictly together. And Oti knew David, my late partner. And it's a difficult conversation to have sometimes. But I think when someone is frank and candid and open with you and generous, then be frank and open and candid and generous back.
How are you feeling now or every Christmas?
I miss him. Yeah. And I want him to walk in the door. I had a dream he walked in the door and he was like just carrying a co-op bag, like he's really been shopping. And I said to him, I thought you were dead. And he said, no, I've just been out shopping.
Oh.
And I said, oh, that's nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. And he said, I'm not staying, I've met somebody else. But he's,
oh, no.
I mean, it's just left a massive hole in my life and I'm living my life around that loss and I've met Dickie now. Yeah. And that's great. So we're building a relationship together, but I just miss David very much. And
can I ask, how did he pass?
He had an alcohol problem, actually. Okay. And in the end, he got alcoholic liver disease. Oh. And that's what killed him. He was 43.
Oh, he was really young.
Yeah. You know, you have to... I'm a vicar. I deal with it all the time. Yeah. You know? I know what bereavement looks like. I know what you do. But when it happens to you, it's just like a bomb going off, you know?
prior to my conversation with Richard, I think I saw him as this wise God who knew everything, you know. But now I see pain. That vulnerability is hard to show when you're expected to be the really strong one.
I remember when David was dying. I mean, I knew he was going to die, but he was still with us. And I went down to the hospital chapel. And it wasn't really a prayer. It was more sort of message. I just said, I'm not going to be good for a while. So please bear with me. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, God is patient.
Yeah.
I think there's something about being here with these people doing what we're doing that puts you in contact with something quite profound. It's funny, I suppose everybody thinks it's about the trials and the challenges, and that's great. The real challenge is what comes up, the reality of you, the reality of other people, how that works, how you work it out, you know?